Who wants to plant some fruit trees in 5 easy steps? Welcome to the Gregory Boys Homestead, your off-grid homestead information location. It's Labor Day, and what better way to celebrate Labor Day than to do a bunch of labor? I have 5 easy steps how to plant your fruit trees. Let's check it out. I don't have nearly enough time. Ooh, there's a zucchini. I don't have nearly enough time to take care of all this stuff. Made a massive garden. Tons of tomatoes coming in. Oh, goodness gracious. There's a, what do you call these? A melon. That's fell off the vine. It's time to eat that sucker. We got bell peppers here. We have more bell peppers there. We have Romas, I never even got them in a cage. More zucchinis starting to die off. Jalapeno peppers. More tomatoes. Spicy peppers, spicy nanner pepper, cherry tomatoes right off the vine. Let's eat that. And habanero peppers, hot enough to burn your face clean off. All right, let's head over to here where we're planting the trees. So here we are. I have a pink lady right there that I've got planted. I've got a Granny Smith right there that I got planted. I'm about to walk you through the planting of this John of Gold. Right there is a Honeycrisp, and then the whole process starts over again. Okay, let's do step 1. So first we're going to measure the width of our pot, and it's about 20 inches wide, you can see there. And I've already marked this off to save time. Right there, that spot is the center line for all the trees that I'm putting in this row. And I've marked off twice as wide as the size of the pot. So that's 40 inches from there to there. If you go 50 inches, it's even better. You'll see later on in the video why the wider the hole, the better. Okay, you ready for step number 2? Just a quick tip, if you have the smaller potted trees, it's better to go 3 times the width of your size of your pot. Okay, step 2 is to dig the hole. I'm going to use the help of my little tractor right here, but if you're big and strong, you could do it with a shovel. But I'm going to use this here tractor. But remember, when you're digging your hole, you only want to go a few inches deeper than the total height of your pot. So this pot's about 12 inches deep. I'm going to dig my hole about 15 inches deep. Ready for the big reveal? There it is. It's my pile of dirt. There's my big hole. What do you think about my hole? You like my hole? Let's get a measurement on this. There it is, 15 inches deep. I can't wait to hear the comments. People are going to be telling me, you just essentially dug yourself a clay pot. Well, first of all, have you ever heard of a clay pot not holding water? So we want our fruit trees to be watered, right? But part 2, we did not dig a clay pot. If you want to find out why we did not dig a clay pot, ask why we didn't down in the comments, and I'll make a whole nother video about how this is not essentially a clay pot. Step 3. In step 3, we're going to take some tree and shrub garden soil. We're going to take some of the dirt that we just dug out of the hole. And we're going to make a 50-50 mix of both of them in our wheelbarrow. We're just going to dump it right in the hole. And if you want to get super scientific about it, you could take a 5-gallon bucket, fill it full of the tree and shrub mix, dump that in your wheelbarrow, fill up a 5-gallon bucket full of your dirt, and then mix with your shovel. Currently, we have 2 wheelbarrows full of 50-50 in here. I'm going to go ahead and put my body weight on this, tamp it down so it's nice and solid, nice and packed. Let's get a measurement on that. That's about 9 inches. And if you remember, earlier in the video, I showed you that this is about 12 inches. Well, pot's a little taller, but the dirt inside wears about 11 or 12 inches. And the reason that you want that to be up so high, you can see here from the side, there's my bar, and this is up quite a few inches actually. But you see this knuckle right here, this big bulge? You want that to be above ground. The reason is because when they grafted this John of Gold tree on this rootstock, whatever type of rootstock that is, I don't know. You don't want this right here to form roots to go down in, otherwise your tree will grow up to be like 50 feet crazy tall. So if you're only looking for a semi-dwarf tree that gets about 20 feet tall, 15 feet tall, make sure this knuckle stays above ground and does not touch soil so roots don't come out. Now, if you want a 50-foot tree, 60-foot tree, yeah, bury it up to here and you'll have a massive tree and this rootstock won't count. But I only want a 20-foot tree. You can see here there's quite a bit of hole left to fill. So for the remainder, I'm going to use 25% of my tree and shrub garden soil and 75% of the earth that I dug out and mix that all in. Real quick before I forget, you're going to want to take your shovel and stab at the side of your root ball to help promote the roots to come free out of where it's been living for who knows how long. It's been in that bucket before I bought it. For the last couple inches, I used 100% of my natural earth soil. Step number 4, throw a ton of water at it. A ton of water, like a gallon of water for every gallon of dirt that you displaced. Maybe even twice as much water. You cannot water it too much in this initial step right here. I mean, unleash biblical Noah and his ark type water upon this tree. Once the earth is a soupy, flooded mess, it is time for step number 5. And there's a bonus step once step number 5 is done. You won't want to miss this one. Okay, for step number 5, you're going to get your lawnmower and you're going to cut your grass and you're going to rake up as much of that cut grass as possible. Now, if you don't have enough grass, you could get some straw and then you could mow over top of that to shred it up really small. You could get some leaves and shred that up really small. You could get some mulch. Friendly heads up, if you use leaves or tree mulch, well, it's going to bring in the slugs, and the slugs will bring in skunks. So skunks don't smell so great, but if they don't bother you, that's cool. Skunks will come in and eat the slugs, and they'll dig a bunch of little holes in around your trees. However, myself, in this situation, I'm going to use shredded straw. Just like so. And you can see here, I have a few inches of shredded straw. What this does, it keeps the sun off of the soil and holds the moisture in. So your tree doesn't need watered as often and the soil's not going to get baking hot, because when the sun hits the soil gets hot, the roots won't want to grow, and then you have a stagnant tree. Use that same tip in your garden. Flowers, vegetables, it'll make everything grow so much better. Bonus step, take a seat on your tractor, crack open a cold one, and enjoy your handiwork. Congratulations, you're an official arborist. You'll have fruit in no time. Gregory Boys Homestead.
Hit that follow button.
What do you think about that, Dad?
I think some hillbilly shit.